What's up, good people? What's up, good people? It's your boy, Dr. Leroy McKenzie Jr., the Impact Builder, coming to you from the brand new suite in the lab. Y'all know when we in the lab, we got something cooking. It's Tell the Truth, Talk to Me Tuesday. Like Petey Green used to say, I'm going to tell it like it never been told before. So welcome. Welcome to Tuesday. My throat is still dry, y'all, so I'm sorry. Welcome to Tuesday. For those that may not be familiar with who your boy is and who I am, like who is this, who is this dude popping up on my feed, all up in my all up in the videos and everything like that. But I'm Dr. Leroy McKenzie Jr., President, CEO of JNF Enterprises, and what we simply do is we assist entrepreneurs to reclaim their time so that they can be more focused on meaningful connections with their family, with friends, and those that you serve. That's what we do in a nutshell. We have more that we do, but that's the major part of what we do, because we're in the business of keeping your doors, assisting you in keeping your doors open. And we do that by making you 1% better each and every day, so that you are better by the end of the year than you were at the beginning of the year. That is always the assignment. That is always the goal. Any project, anything that JNF is dealing with, or that you see we are part of, whether it's a partnership, a collaboration, a sponsorship, it's a project that we are doing, products and services that we offer, know that at the end of it, at the bottom line of it, the baseline of it, the purpose of it, is to make you better. That's what we do. We make entrepreneurs better. We hopefully will impart in you insight, wisdom, ideas, principles, strategies, plans that allow you to be able to be successful in your marketplace, whatever industry, whatever marketplace that you're in. We want you to be successful. So that's what we do. For those that have been rocking with us this week, y'all know what we've been doing. We talked a couple of weeks ago about why entrepreneurs need to know their numbers. And this week, I didn't do it last week because I wanted to cover and talk about the CBO. We're getting back from London, so I really wanted to talk about the lessons that we learned in there. But I knew I was going to be coming back to this. What I wanted to talk about this week, or what we've been talking about this week. We started off yesterday, but we talked about 5 ways that you as an entrepreneur can know your numbers. How do you know your numbers? Where do these numbers come from? What am I looking at, Dr. Leroy? What is it that I need to be seeing? What does I need to be knowing where to go? So yesterday we talked about the leveraging an accounting system, having an accounting system, being able to have an accounting system in place so that you can read the numbers that you're getting. Because if you don't have a place to gather the numbers, then you don't have a place to read the numbers. So you've got to have an accounting system in place, and you want to use that, leverage the numbers, the accounting software that you use. The software, the type of software that you use. And today, I wanted to talk about, you got to track your key performance indicators. What are your otherwise known as your KPI'S, key performance indicators? What is it that you should be, what key performance indicators are there for you to be able to look at as an entrepreneur in order to be able to know your numbers, and then to be able to understand what those numbers are saying to you, what they're saying about your brand, what they're saying whether you're healthy, whether you're not healthy, whether you need to kind of kick it up a notch, whether you need to kind of maintain what you're doing or take it to that next level. Whatever those key performance indicators are, that's what we're going to talk about today. So let's think about this for a second and understand this. Successful entrepreneurs understand the importance of tracking your financial metrics, and that it matters. That this is one of the most vital, crucial things that you will do as an entrepreneur, is tracking your financial metrics that matter. You want to make sure that you're tracking your numbers. Well, the way that you track your numbers, part of the way that you track your numbers are by what's called key performance indicators, otherwise known as KPIs. And these are your KPIs. Will be an example of those, or some examples of those will be your profit margins, will be your customer acquisition cost, and your cash flow. These are just three of them. Key performance. These are just three key performance indicators. They provide a clear snapshot of your business financial performance. And you should be looking at these KPIs on a regular basis, whether it's weekly, whether it's monthly, quarterly, semi-annually, annually. You should be constantly reviewing your businesses, your brands, financial performance. Because if you're not monitoring, if you're not tracking, if you're not looking at your KPIs, what'll happen is you'll find yourself being in a situation, oh, I didn't know we weren't doing what the numbers we were supposed to be doing. Oh, I wasn't aware that I was behind on this bill or that bill, or that this product wasn't doing as well. But here's what happens by monitoring your KPIs. Say you can make data-driven decisions that keep your brand, keep your business on track, and it'll enable you to be able to respond swiftly to financial challenges or adjustments that need to be made. You can know whether or not something is working, or whether something isn't working. A product is working, or a product is working or isn't working. If it's successful, or if it's something that may need to be tweaked, or it's just something that's not good for the market. It's not what the market is asking you for. But you have to pay attention. You've got to be attentive to your KPIs. You got to be attentive to your key performance indicators. And it's not just being attentive. What are they saying? Morning, Bernice. Morning, lady. How you? They will speak. What language are your KPIs speaking to you? Are they telling you, look, yeah, we need some help. We need some work. Or are they saying, yeah, we're doing good. We're moving along. We're maintaining. Or we're doing outstanding. We are about to do something huge. Which category are your KPIs in? So I want you today, yes, today. I need you to do this today. Not tomorrow, not Thursday, not Friday, today. I need you to take a look. We're in the fourth quarter. Today is the first day of the fourth quarter. The fourth quarter is all about finishing strong. And you can't finish strong if you don't know your key performance indicators. You can't finish strong if you aren't looking at your numbers. You should be going into this week, beginning this new month, beginning this last quarter of the year, having the mentality, the mindset of finishing strong, but not just finishing strong. I want you to start to think about what your numbers are this year, and then we'll start looking towards what you want your numbers to be next year. You can't do that if you're not looking at your key performance indicators, if you're not looking at your cash flow, if you're not tracking your profit margins, if you're not looking at your cash flow, if you're not looking at, hey, what did we do well this year? Which products or services for us have been making money? Which products and services haven't done well? And you have to do an honest assessment of them. And you got to ask yourself, okay, is this something that just needs some tweaking? Or is this something that the market doesn't have a demand for? And they don't see the value in what it is that this product has. And it may be a thing that where you haven't been able to properly point out the value that particular product or service has. So one of your key performance indicators, you want to look at that. Hey, how does this product perform, or how has it been performing, versus other products similar to it? I was having a conversation with a business associate of mine. We were talking about, our businesses and how we're doing business, and we were talking about the particular products that we offer, and we were trying to figure out the best ways to be able to have these particular products offered. And was it a thing where, okay, is the market, will we be able to offer this product at this level? And then we can offer another product at this level, and then we can offer it at the next level. Because here's the thing that I learned, and I learned this being in corporate America, and I worked when I first started thinking about it. I was working for a company called Men's Warehouse, and I started to see how Men's Warehouse was one of the companies I worked for. The Marriott Hotel was another company that I worked for, and those were the two. And what I noticed about them was they had tiers of their product level, of the products that they offered, right? They had tiers. There was a top tier, there was a middle tier, and then there was a lower tier. That was the blueprint and what I was seeing. And each of those tiers gave those companies the ability to be able to look at, their overall company and how it was performing. But part of the key performance indicators for those companies was, okay, how does the lower tier product perform? How does the middle tier product perform? And then how does the upper tier product perform when it came to the market? And the only way that they were able to understand which tier was doing well, which one might need what, was they had to track the financial matrix of each of those tiers. You have to do the same thing with your products. As an entrepreneur, one of the things that we must do is know our numbers. You must not only know the numbers, but you must be able to understand the language of your numbers and what they're telling you about your product. The tracking of them tells you how, what your profit margins, and we even talked about that. we talked about when the my business associate and I, when we were talking about, okay, if we offer the product at this level, and it's going to, it's going to benefit the clients that we have for X amount of time. What is that, kind of what does that break, when we break that down into a monthly income for us, for our, what monthly income that we would make off of that product. What does that mean? So you got to look at your profit margins. You got to look at your cash flow. Those three tiers that I talked about with Marriott and with Men's Warehouse, those three tiers were cash flow. Each level was an income stream, and you have to understand, okay, what's the cash flow from each of those different levels. Same thing with our products that we were talking about. We had 3 different tiers, because this was the blueprint, the black print, for what we were doing, basing our business model on. This is the framework of what we were looking at our business through. So we had to look at the cash flow. What cash flow can we generate from these particular products that we offer? What are we expecting? Cash, kind of cash flow that we have. And that we have to have an idea of how the cash is going to be flowing in. And I talked about that yesterday with the accounting system. You need to know what money's coming in and what money's flowing out. That's the only way that you're going to be able to keep the doors open. You can't be an entrepreneur and not know what money is flowing in, what money is flowing out, and looking constantly and consistently at your key performance indicators. When you take the time, and you've got to put it on your schedule, put it on your calendar. The beginning of the month is usually the good time to do that. If you have an accountant, sit down with your accountant. If you have a bookkeeper, you sit down with your bookkeeper. And if this is something that where you might be working by yourself, or you have a partner that you're working with, you all have a meeting where you are talking about key performance indicators. You're talking about cash flow. You're talking about your customer acquisition cost. How much is it going to cost you to acquire these particular clients that you're looking for? And understand that going into it. Yeah, if I do this, it's going to cost me an amount of money, but the return on that is going to be that. And understanding, of course, your profit margins. So today, I want you to just concentrate on this October 1st. I want you to take a look at your key performance indicators. Take a look at your profit margins. Take a look at your customer acquisition cost, and take a look at your cash flow. Those are 3 things I want you to take a look at today and see what they're telling you about your business going into the 4th quarter, so that you can finish strong in the 4th quarter. And we're going to get into, as we get into these last 3 months, we'll get into probably later this month, the beginning of next month, where we start to prepare for 2025. Because the ultimate goal is to make sure that you keep the doors open going into 2025. That may be my theme for 2025, keep the doors open. Y'all look out for that. I might keep that, I'm not sure. But we want you to be 1% better. And the way that you can be 1% better today is to take a look, track your key performance indicators. It's your boy, Dr. Leroy McKinney Jr., the Impact Builder. We're here to help. We're here to assist you to be able to keep the doors open and to be able to be better by the end of the year than you were at the beginning of the year. I need you to concentrate on that. Do that. If you want to go into more detail, y'all know the drill. Hit me on and DM me. We can set up a strategy session in the description. is my calendar. You can set up a strategy session for us to be able to talk about your vision, how we can bring it to reality, and how we can focus on your key performance indicators. We can bring your business plan to take a look at your business plan as well. What's up, Dwight? Morning, bro. We can take a look at your business plan. We can see where you are in the in your business plan and kind of the things that need to be done to finish this year out, and then to begin 2025 hitting it in stride. I like that. 25 hitting it in stride. So don't forget to do that. We can do that. Tip me in a DM. You can do me a favor, hop on over to YouTube, the YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button, hit the like, share, comment. We want to hear from you. We want to know if these tools, if these principles, if these strategies are assisting you to be able to reclaim your time, and so that you can be more focused on meaningful connections with your family, your friends, and those that you serve. That's what we're here for. I appreciate you. I want to thank you for tuning in. We'll see you all tomorrow. Have a great day.